Well, hello, welcome to Drawing with Fire. I'm Valarie, your neighborhood pyrography artist, joined with my hubby, Jason, and this is part 3 of trying to get this to work right. Hopefully, everybody will come in and we'll be doing okay. We will be finishing or starting really to work on the sunflower, and I am using the Walnut Hollow VersaTool. We started this last week, and we'll see how far I can get with it. I'm hoping to get pretty far. I've already been heating up my tool, and because that does take a good couple of minutes. Yay, it says we're working. Grace says we're working perfectly. So that was an OBS issue. Okay, well, let's hope everybody comes back because that really stinks. I did see in one of the pyrography groups that I'm a part of, some people are having an issue with trying to decide where the lighting is on their photo. And for this one, the lighting is coming from the top left down and hitting the areas that are directly facing it. If you notice, the stem doesn't have a whole lot of highlight going on. The leaves on the side closest to you are lit up, and that's the easiest way to find your light source is where are your highest highlights and what direction they're coming from and where your shadows are hitting. Your shadows will hit the opposite. So hopefully this tip is warm enough now. I'm testing it on a scrap board just to see what temperature I'm at. I probably will be switching tips. I did notice that this pen was not as hot as my old one. That's why I'm not wearing a glove. So right now I'm looking for my deepest shadows and putting those in first. Let's see, do we need to zoom in a little bit maybe? Zoom in. There we go. All right, looks like we finally got things going. The audio issues were with OBS, and I'm not sure why. But Google Hangouts.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
I turned you off. I thought I turned her off. Now she's off. Don't need her talking to us while we're doing this. And I'm keeping my reference close by. I'm zoomed in, so it makes it harder to see that. But I am zoomed in, and I'm keeping my reference close by. And remember, the quicker, even with this burner, the quicker I move the pen, the lighter I can go. I do like this writing nib much better. And let's see here. This right here, because I did this pattern last week, I'm trying to remember where everything is. Let's see, this is darker here. Unfortunately, now I can't pop up the reference photo to follow along with. That has to be okay. And the stem has a dark spot here, but then the rest really is the same value. So we'll darken that up a little bit.
Well, we're on a 9-second delay.
Oh, well, that's better than what we were doing. Did everybody find us again?
Looks like we got 7 watching, and
luckily with this tip you can go in circles, and that will give you texture, so you don't have to work with that or fight with that. I am so sorry about all of the audio issues. Until I can really nail down what's going on with OBS, I guess we're going to have to stick this way.
It looks fine to me.
Oh, the audio.
What, right now?
No, earlier.
No, I'm saying the video on what you're doing right now looks really good.
Okay.
So,
Just working on getting the darks in. Let's see here. The contrast is your biggest thing with burning because you don't have the colors to kind of rely on. If that makes sense. It's like a black and white.
so same considerations as working in black and white.
Yes, and graphite and black and white. I am happy that this isn't burning my hand.
That's good.
Yeah. Again, my board is propped up too. I'm using door stops for that. And I think we're going to pop. So for the center here, there's a lot of texture. But really, we can just do a lot of stippling for that one instead. There's some areas that are darker. And right here, we're going to go over the oops of the Sharpie. So that helps. Really, this is just a hot pen or pencil that you can't smudge with your fingers. The further away you get and the quicker you tap, the lighter it is. The more you go into one area, the darker it'll get. And this is just stippling. Unfortunately, it makes a lot of noise. There's one bad thing about me stippling, though.
What's that?
It becomes meditative. And there's been times doing a lot of stippling that I have almost dozed off.
It does the opposite to me. It drives me mad.
Oh, sorry.
No, not watching you. I don't stipple things.
Well,
Makes my feet hurt.
Oh, I forget that your feet hurt when things bother you.
Yes. Like math.
Math. And some of them in the picture are long, so we'll just go a little slower and kind of pull up on it. It's not, we can't sit and put every single one of them in. So we're just going to focus on trying to make it look real. What we have.
So when somebody looks at it, they see the impression of it and it registers as what it is, as opposed to trying to replicate every single part.
Yes.
That's a fundamental part of a lot of art.
Yep, your brain will fill it in. And as it gets closer to you or more facing you, it becomes more dots. When it's going away from you to the side, it's more, let's see if you can see,
Eve
more
has a
streaks.
question.
Yes,
she says, I think you mentioned it, but to be sure, would it be easier to work from a black and white reference?
I work from both. If I can't, because I'm used to working with references, I have a pretty good, my eyes are pretty good at translating the value. But if you're new and you're not used to it, I definitely say go with black and white. Have both of them. Because what you don't understand, you can go back and piece together. I do tend to have both going.
Okay, Michael Ann's back. She says hello again.
Hi, Michael Ann. I hope it's working for you now. Let's see. And I will up the pen to make some of this darker. And at this point, I'm just squiggling to get the texture in. I'm trying to make this a faster burning, but still getting things the way I want it.
Well, in burning, nothing is fast.
No, it's not.
Unless you take a blowtorch to it.
Which I did yesterday.
I think you got a little frustrated.
Yes, I did. I got a little frustrated with the butterflies, and I wasn't liking how the burning was coming out. So I pulled out the torch. I did video it, so I did cut the camera on. So that is part of the butterfly video that I'll be posting hopefully very soon. I did post pictures of it on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. Well, I know you get frustrated, but I'm glad that you did that, because I think that's an interesting way to expand. And I'm also grateful that when you're frustrated with me, that's not your solution.
No. I had to go dig the torch out, so it's not normally around. Let's see, so people can see. Do I need to zoom in a little bit more, or is it good?
Everybody's been saying it's good, but we'll see what chat says.
There's a bit of a shadow here, so I'm trying to go a little darker with my squigglies.
So would you say, I'm just curious, because I know when I get into a groove with a particular, like whatever I'm working with, I don't tend to change. And I know with the Walnut Hollow, your options for pen tips are limited. So would you say that based on what you're doing right now, that you're just going to stick with this tip?
I will try to stick with this tip as long as I can because of the time.
Because it looks like you're making really great progress with it.
I'm being very loose with putting these in. And I'll go back and put some more darks in.
You know, I just had an interesting thought based on what you said a few minutes ago about having to, you're saying a pyrography is basically using a pencil that doesn't smudge and it's permanent.
Yeah.
For people who are thinking about being tattooists or who are training for tattooing, I would think that pyrography would be a really good primer, because it's the same set of skills, and then they'll know, like, because everybody thinks, when you start something, you think you're going to be awesome. That's an artist attitude. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to start this. I'm going to be awesome at it. But then you start it and you're like, whoa, maybe I need some more practice. And maybe before somebody puts a pen to skin, that they could have that reality check.
Actually, I've seen quite a few tattoo artists who also burn. So, and one of the hashtags for pyrography is wood tattoo. Wood tattooing.
We have Lisa Feuermeister. Hi, Valarie and Jason. My name is Lisa, and it's my first time talking, even though I've been watching you for months.
Hi, Lisa.
I just started burning in February.
Welcome.
Feuermeister. That's a German name.
Where are you at, Lisa? In the States or abroad? I'm just shading in a little bit. Hopefully that looks like the center of a sunflower. I'm not shading in as much here because that's where the light on our picture is really hitting. I know there's more detail here, but honestly, I don't want to fight with it. I don't want to fuss with it. I could spend just an hour alone trying to put all that in. But I don't think we need it. And this is supposed to be a beginner's piece.
Put your reference back with your pen over it. Oh my God, you're amazing.
Yeah, I did all that. Let's see, there's a dark here. I see my tip is loosening up. I don't know why.
From the heat, maybe. maybe two slightly dissimilar metals. They're heating at different rates.
It just loosened up.
I feel like that's a scientific thing to say. It could be just a jostling from the stippling.
Okay, I lost my heat on it, so I'm trying to get it back. All I did was tighten the tip with a pair of pliers. All right, so we got that.
Well, Lisa says, thank you, and you were close, Jason. It's pronounced Führermeister. I just want you to know that you are by far the best teacher online.
Oh, thank you. I needed that. I really needed that. Thank you, Lisa. I haven't been feeling that way lately.
Well, Valarie has been... The reason why she started streaming is because, there's a lot of good information out there, but not everybody gives the correct information, and she just wanted to put the correct info out and make sure that people who are starting in pyrography got off on the right foot without having to go through some of the missteps that you'd have to without instruction. And, of course, getting the correct instruction is always better than getting something, that could be potentially, dangerous or just wrong. So it's really nice to hear that kind of feedback, because it's very frustrating sometimes, for me, because
yeah, because you're the one who hears it.
No, because I know how good you are. I know how thorough you are, and sometimes it just doesn't seem like there's a response for that.
You're just putting nicely what I've been saying for a week. Okay, let's get some of this in. I am going to have to go lighter for the petals. That's why I'm trying to get all the darks in that I can before I have to adjust this again. And going in circles, just like I would with my professional pens, helps to give it a little smoother gradient. Oh, no.
Well, I always said, numbers are one thing, but, if you're doing the right thing, as long as you affect one person, then that makes it worth it. Even though it really doesn't, it might not feel like it, but it does. Better to change one person's experience than to reach a whole bunch of people and not change any of their experiences.
I know. Okay, so we got pretty much the center in. It's hard not having looked at the pattern for a week to remember the pattern that's on the board, to remember what everything is. Let's put some weight back here. The darker the line,
Thanks, Eve.
the weightier it is. And let's see here.
So we didn't hear where Lisa was from in the world, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I know where pretty much everybody else is. Okay. Guessing this is where my light is. So a lot of this becomes freehand because either I didn't transfer all the information or I forgot.
Your bro's in.
Hey, Bubba. I'm glad he missed the issues.
Well, he's in chat. It doesn't necessarily mean he missed the issues.
I will get this right. I'm bound and determined. Let's see here. Oh, the kids are in school today.
I'm glad I'm grown up.
Don't have to worry about
Don't
school
have to go
starting.
to school. Well,
yes, you do. You start school next week.
God damn it! You ruined it.
Family channel.
Oh,
Family
sorry.
channel. Trying to be good here.
Gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it. Trying to be good.
You know, he says he was there. He was
Aw,
there.
man. Now I'll hear about it. Nothing like your little brother giving you a hard time. Let's see. I'm trying not to outline. And I'm thinking that I'm going to try to burn dark on the background.
Okay.
I haven't done one of those, so
For contrast.
yep, for contrast. Because the petals are so light, I do need to pop them out.
See, I think that's where a torch would be significant, because you could use, like I do an airbrush, you could use, I guess, steel for masking, and you could just have a curved piece of steel and then blow around it.
Well, the mood I'm in, does anybody want me to bring out the torch right now, and we'll just see what happens? Let us know in the chat. Do you want the torch?
I wasn't aware that you're in a mood.
I'm in a mood.
Oh.
I'm in a mood.
Okay. Paul says school holidays here. They've got another 3 weeks off yet.
Right. I'm going to throw in the leaf that I know is here.
But do you want to do the torch? I mean, this is
sure, why not?
This is a basic burning.
Oh, good point. Oh, all right. I'll be good.
All right. But maybe if we get enough feedback about using the blowtorch, maybe.
Well, it's not really a blowtorch, but
it's just fun to say.
It is.
Can get you a blowtorch.
Then if people want me to add it in here real quick, I will.
Okay. Because it would give you an option for a smooth background.
Yes,
that's all I'm saying.
At least for the parts that won't have anything, yeah.
Huh.
What?
We may have triggered chat. They're all like, yes, torch it. Torch, yes.
Torch?
Yeah.
All right. This was supposed to be a beginning burning.
The villagers have spoken. They want
the torch.
They want it burned.
All right. Well.
Your brother says use the flamethrower.
All right. Now I know I have up at the. Let me back it out.
But you're gonna need something to mask with, though.
No, I don't.
Really?
Nope.
Because you're gonna end up with a soft edge.
Well, I'll have to use the burner to tighten up the edges.
Oh.
So it'll be a balancing act. We're going to start light. Now I know in this area that my out of focus sunflower is going to go here. And I've got some leaves.
Don't worry, my clan. I'm getting out my fireproof clothes right now.
You don't need it.
Well, my clan was just looking out for my safety.
Okay, so this is the butane torch that I'm using. Hopefully I still have butane in here.
Grace says they're living vicariously through you now.
All right, here we go. And it's on. I don't know how well we're going to see this. I'm going to cut the lights a little bit.
There's a lot of tissue paper in here. I would just caution you to be careful. Maybe I should get the fire extinguisher.
There's a water bottle next to you.
A water bottle?
Mm-hmm.
Safety first.
Safety first. I think this is good to get blurry backgrounds.
Your brother says, I suggest napalm for a gentle look.
Can you see very well? I know.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching it right now. You can see it very well.
Okay. Trying to turn.
Yeah, Lisa likes this as well. See? People like fire.
Oh, water bottle. I might need it.
Might need it?
Might need it.
Are you... What's catching on fire?
Well, it went out.
Oh. It is really cool.
Well, this is my first time with this.
You know what?
On wood, so.
Always use this now.
Always use this now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Thing is getting in between the flower. Actually, you can hold that.
That's why you need the mask. If you had I can make you some steel masks.
Oh, I'm going off camera here. Let me turn this off for a minute so I can adjust.
Because if you make some steel masks, then you can use those at the edges and make them really tight. Yeah, it does change from one put. Eve was saying strange how it changes from one wood panel to the other. Yeah. And I think that really highlights what I was talking about as far as like differences in your burn from plank to plank. Grace says we'll accept nothing less. Yeah, your brother says Disco Inferno.
I don't know if that's a public song anymore yet.
I don't know, but if it is on the speed burn, that's what you need to play.
Yeah. Oh, see that my map. Let's go this way. Oh, I can really smell the wood this time.
Mm-hmm. It smells pleasant. See, this is essentially now you turn this into like this is an analog to airbrushing.
I don't know about that.
The technique is very similar. Michael Ann says, I don't do pyrography, but I'm definitely getting one of those torches.
Home Depot. I don't know where my bottle of butane is. I'm going to have to get some more.
Paul says it's a cook's blowtorch.
Yeah. I got it at Home Depot.
Michael Ann says it seems, or excuse me, Grace says it seems like it's useful in many activities.
All right, let's turn it off and move the board. Smells like winter.
Should I get the marshmallows?
You can't control the size of the flame, so.
Well, I would think that, yeah. You can?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, right now I'm kind of on a small flame.
Yeah.
That's why I'm having to get closer. I'm starting at a distance until I can see where they... Because I can't really see the flame. I'm just moving my hand around. Let's see here. Definitely speed things up, and you've been wanting me to do this for a long time.
I have, because it's...
Oop.
It's okay.
Stayed in one spot too long.
That's all right. That's just background detail.
Add it.
Background detail. It's on fire now, though.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Let's turn it into a flower in the distance.
Your brother says this is the kind of burning I can do. Like, Grace is having a moment.
Oh, no.
You'll have to...
Good moment or bad moment?
It's a good moment.
Oh, share this with your friends.
She's asking us please toast marshmallows.
We got little ones.
Fire marshmallows. But yeah, we get the little ones. Maybe next time we do this, we'll get large marshmallows and you'll be burning and there'll just be a stick that comes over. Don't think I won't do it.
I know you'll do it. I do think I need to practice with the torch.
I think yeah.
So I can get the look I want.
Because you could, my point in wanting her to use a torch was for larger application. Like when you're painting, a lot of times it's hard to paint on a really large surface because it takes a lot of time. So people tend to paint smaller. But if you have a really big brush or if you have an airbrush or something like that, then you can cover a lot more distance. And I was thinking, larger pyrography is not so much of a thing. There are some people that do it, but not a lot of people. Most pyrography is actually, you do actually some of the larger pyrography that I've seen.
No, there's bigger pieces out there.
But you could really expand your canvases, sheet of plywood.
I have sheets of plywood. In fact, I have the 2x4. I have the outline, the line art on.
Yeah. But
I haven't burned it.
Right. So I was just thinking that you could really make larger pyrography pieces, and they'd still be pyrography because you're still burning with fire. And now you're legitimately drawing with fire because everybody can see the flame.
I need to practice.
Okay.
I do have somewhere I used to.
Lisa says s'mores.
S'mores.
So we'll have a hybrid cooking show next time.
Let's see here.
I'll just paint with a torch
And
too, your brother says.
One of those drawers, I also have a Dremel pen torch.
Dremel pen torch.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what that would look like.
It looks like a pen that is like this. But, oh, I'm off screen. Let me turn it off. Honestly, I don't think it looks great, but
well,
I will burn
to
accent. And,
just
you know what? I did find on the paper that when I erased lines that the fire went over, they came off versus when I burn with the pen. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the pen is going deeper than the fire. The fire is just hitting the surface.
All right.
So actually, you could actually use some scratching techniques too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
New dimensions.
New
dimensions in pyrography, or is it new dementia?
Probably closer to that. Ooh, got too dark there.
It's okay. It's okay. I really like the smell.
That's the only reason you want me to do this, because of the smell.
Well, no, I wanted you to do it because it's awesome. But the smell. See, my dad used to do this when he was finishing tables, and so I'm used to this smell. Jason asks, could you just sand any dark spots you didn't want?
I could. It'll probably leave some. I got to see how deep the layer is. But if I can smooth the areas around, then it'll just look like the background out of focus.
Yeah.
It's kind of what I'm going for.
Michael Ann says, if I did pyrography, I would always have a big bag of marshmallows on my table, just in case. Paul says dementia. I don't know. I think any form of art where you occasionally have to extinguish your work, I think that's really good. You should do this at the fair.
I haven't even announced that yet.
Oh, did I just step on your toes?
No, go ahead.
Oh, Val's going to be doing a live pyrography demo at the county fair here at Coconino County.
Both days.
Both days.
Well, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
It's a 4-day fair.
Yeah, on the weekend. Both days of the weekend. So she'll be there in person. And I don't think anybody who is in chat right now.
Yeah, because Poncho, he's down in Yuma and he's not here.
Right. So, but I suppose somebody who is watching this later on, if you're going to be in the Flagstaff area the weekend of the fair, you come out and meet Valarie in person. And
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend. Yeah. And perhaps she will bring her blowtorch.
I don't know about that. I got to practice with this.
And some marshmallows. You bring the blowtorch, I'll bring the marshmallows and the stick.
Well, I have to practice with this before I got to see how I can turn this, because
it's going to turn your demo into like basically the art equivalent of juggling with chainsaws.
I'm trying to keep. Definitely makes the grain stand out. Oh, got a flame.
Yeah. Saying you're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah. Kind of gotten away from the purpose of the video.
That's okay. So we got off on a tangent.
Yeah, we did. Am I still on screen?
Sorry, the gang's here.
It looks darker on screen than this actually is. It's not as dark as what you guys are seeing.
That's true. There's a lot more texture. You can see the grain.
Yeah, I think once I click the light back on, you'll be able to see it better.
Yeah. Yeah, besides that, chat spoke. I mean, yes, it's a basic one, but they demanded the fire, and you brought the fire.
I brought the fire. I think I need to hold it. It's better if I hold it up and down versus sideways. There we go.
Eve says practicing at the blowtorch sounds fun. I think it is.
So basically, I'm using this to get a base burning down, and then I'm going to burn over it with the Walnut Hollow to put in the details.
Oh, okay.
This is not going to stay like this.
Well, in this case, since you know that you could, since you can erase, you can overlap those lines a little bit on the pedals, huh?
Yeah, but then I got to do a lot of scratching. And honestly, though, it's one way to fix the burning. I don't like doing it because it does damage the wood. Let's see here. I think I'm losing butane.
Paul says there's a guy. Well, Grace says if you can't stand the heat, get out of the art studio.
Yep.
Paul says there's a guy who lives near us who does chainsaw art and then burns it to shade it, etc. He does it on forest walkways and like fun to watch.
Let's see here. Let's hit the leaves. Why not? Let's just hit it. We've already started. We already jumped in. Let's just hit the leaves.
Burn it all.
Burn it all.
And they'll be sorry.
Yeah, but I'm losing butane.
Okay.
And I don't even know. It's about to go out.
I don't think you have any refills for that, do you?
I don't know where the can is. I'll get some more today. We got to go to the post office for Becky.
That's right.
So
the winner.
The winner. All right. I think we're pretty done.
That was a nice break.
Here we go.
Question.
Now, let's see how we can get the best angle for you guys. I don't know if I turned off my burner. I did not turn off the burner, which is probably good.
Yeah.
All right. So I have torched it. Now we're going to see.
I really like that.
Good to know.
I really like that. You getting some carbon?
Yep. Can I have a paper towel, please?
Which kind?
I don't care. Blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
Blue paper towel. Doctor.
There you go.
Doctor.
All right. When I wiped my hand across it, carbon. So when you go to seal it, this is one that you would have to seal with a spray sealant first, a couple layers. And I'll probably actually clean this off with alcohol to get it all off. Right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. And here, let's see how well it erases. Oh, see, that really erases much, much better than if I burned over it.
Yeah. Well,
with a pen. All right. Well, that was something different.
Paul says, it looks better that way.
Well, I need to get some more butane.
Lisa says, this is great. Like I said, I learn something new every time I watch you. And by the way, you two are a riot. Hysterical, and thanks for making me laugh today.
Oh, good.
No problem.
Thank you, Lisa.
But we are being serious.
It was all serious.
Michael Ann says, that really looks cool, seeing the wood grains. I agree. And Eric says, looking good, Val.
Well, I still need to touch it up. And we're burning over the leaf right here that I erased.
I think that this needs to be a fixture of every stream. Like when you get frustrated, it's not kind of like dropping the beat. Like, oh, she's getting frustrated. She's gonna get the torch. She's gonna get the torch.
Oh, now the pin's hot. I do find if I hold the pin further down, it's not as hot. Okay, so let's see how we're going to accent this. I'm going to turn it down.
It says it looks like Lindsay's splatters.
Oh.
Valve's blowtorch.
Says. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be adding that to some of the lives. This is a darker petal.
All of the lives.
All of the lives. I turned it down, but it's still burning hot. Hotter than I want. Trying to get that petal in. I'm going to turn down lower. I do not like how this thing bounces around. I wish the cord was like longer with the controller further down on it.
I can tape it to your arm.
It's okay. It's still too dark.
Oh.
That's all right. Just keep going. Because I really did want to get this done today. But
Eric says, that's a potent burner, isn't it?
it is.
And your brother's laughing.
What are you laughing?
I don't know. He just says LOL.
Well, hopefully that was entertaining at the very least.
Well, it was entertaining for me. I'm sorry, though. It's a serious art channel. Have to get back to business.
No, it's not a serious channel. Not like that.
No.
Laughing good. Always welcome. I'm going to have to go darker in the center so that these petals look lighter. And
Michael Ann is asking, looks like you're doing tiny circles while burning. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, right there I wasn't, but yes, little circles, because then I can get a more even gradient of the burn. Unless I'm just doing a small area, but even then I do try to do like long ovals.
And also, if you did just lines, it would end up with a manufactured look. And this way, if you're doing circles, then it gives it some randomness, which is what you find in nature.
Oh, that's true. I've seen, there's laser machines that people do with wood burning, and not to take away from what they're doing, it just doesn't feel and look the same.
There's no soul in it, in my opinion. It's not, the human hand hasn't touched it, so there's no real interpretation. Yeah. You've got the program that's taking it and transferring it to the mechanical part of it, and that's what you're getting. You're getting a mechanical reproduction, and so there's no feeling behind it. There's no emotion in it. That's all in my opinion, by the way.
Well, I agree. But I don't like when they label them as handmade or homemade, because that's not true.
Eric says you could make a door look badass with that burner.
That you could.
Dorothy.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hey, Dorothy. Says you said something about cleaning with alcohol. Please explain.
Oh, can you grab there's mineral spirit, or not mineral spirits. He's going to grab the alcohol. I got it from, it's denatured alcohol.
Where is it?
It is in my cabinet on the left top side.
Your cabinet.
Behind you.
Oh.
You can get it at Home Depot. I used it, I'm trying to think what video's up, to clean the board for when I was, testing the inks.
You want me to show the camera?
Sure.
Okay.
It's going to look backwards because...
Yeah, it always messes with me.
Yeah, so denatured alcohol, I can it wipes down the wood, and it doesn't raise the wood grain because it evaporates very quickly, but it gets any of the carbon off, any fingerprints. If you wear lotion, it pulls all of that off and really cleans the area, so that when you go to seal or color and seal, the wood takes it better. And I just got that at Home Depot in the sanding and staining section.
And Paul's agreeing with me as far as like the laser cut or laser burns don't have soul.
Yeah.
For me, it's frustrating when we go someplace and we see, and I understand that that's a business and it's a lucrative business. You have businesses that will basically, do anything in that way. But it's frustrating because I think a lot of people don't understand the difference. And so all they see is like, oh, I can get this, portrait of, my dog or my daughter or, whomever, and it's perfect and it's wood burned, and
but it's not perfect. They get pixelated on the edges.
Well, they do, but most people aren't going to see that, but they don't understand the difference and the effort that it went behind it. So somebody who, plugs their, file into their computer and, a little bit later out comes their wood burning, there's no no effort there.
Yeah.
There's no connection, and it's, I guess, probably the same if I could make a comparison between, like, handmade furniture and like furniture that's just made in a factory somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that you just assemble.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's functional and it works fine, but there's something really, really nice about handmade furniture.
I don't feel like
or anything handmade.
Burning that. Something wrong with the burner. Huh. No, it's still hot a little bit. I seem to be having issues. I just bumped up the heat again.
It's not burning at all, is it?
It's not burning at all. Did we lose the burner? Did we lose the burner? It's burning a little bit, but I have it set on a higher heat than I have been burning on, and I'm not getting the same burn. And it's not as hot. For whatever reason, I'm losing.
You can check the connections, maybe.
The only...
That's on.
Yeah.
It's plugged in there, right?
Yep, it's plugged into here. It was banging around.
I don't know. Smack the controller again.
Sorry, guys. Let's see.
Somebody somewhere watching this is like, terrible.
He's such a mess.
But it's not burning, though.
It's really not burning. Let's bump it up all the way. Well, this sucks because I was going to send it to Joshua for him to start playing with it. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Come on.
You getting it back?
Not like it should be. All right, there we go. I do not know what happened there. It's still not, if I hold it there, it burns.
So it's on.
It's on.
Okay, because Paul's asking if the fuse is blown.
No, it's on. And I've got it plugged into a, what is that thing called?
Transformer?
No.
Voltage regulator?
Yes. Voltage regulator, yes. And it's all the way up. Huh. I do not know what happened there.
Dorothy says my burner like that died after a few months. They are not worth the money.
This is the only second time this one's been plugged in. All right, now we're burning.
Now
it's gone too hot. Son of a bitch.
I kind of wondered if that would happen.
I was too. I'll have to blend it in.
Yeah.
So if this happens, you have to blend it in. Turn the heat down, like I did. That really messed it up.
It's like an old television. The sound gets low and you turn it up, and then all of a sudden it starts blaring.
Yeah.
Something with older technology. I mean, not
this is brand new.
Yeah, but the basic technology is, I think, very basic.
Yeah. So I'm turning down the heat so I can get back to the level I wanted to be at. I do feel the pen heating up again.
Okay.
This needs to be darker.
Eve says it's gonna blow.
Yeah, see, now it's burning hotter than it should.
Lisa says, Val, when I went back to my Walnut Hollow pen, it did the same thing.
Huh.
So I tried trading tips and it broke as I was unwinding it. And Paul says, dodgy regulator. Isn't tech wonderful?
Well,
it's magic.
I wanted to do this whole video with this, but now it's kind of hard when you're not getting a consistent burn.
Well, people need to understand the limitations and the problems with using something like that too, because somebody who has a Walnut Hollow and is doing a project, they may have had that happen and they may have given up.
Yeah.
So
should I switch over to...
I would keep at it.
Keep at it?
Yeah.
Well, then it's going to mess it up.
Well, but we are doing a basic burning.
All right.
So just do your best. In my opinion.
I'm dialing down. I'm at the bottom of here on this right there. So it should be burning quite softly. I don't want the dark burn right now. Okay, now it's finally.
Is
See,
it stabilizing?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's one thing with these pins with this burner is there's not a whole lot of nuance in between the settings. Because this right here was about where I'm at on the setting, but I should have been getting a lighter burn. Again, I know there's people out there that do beautiful work with this pin, and that's awesome for them. But to me, this it's not as reliable as I would like.
Well, you're getting exactly what you pay for.
Yeah.
And the Walnut Hollow, I think, is generally designed for people who are, like, hey, let's wood burn a sign that says restroom.
Yeah. Are we still frame? Let's see. I don't know how well you guys can see.
That actually looks really nice. I think it looks really nice, Liz. Eve has a question.
Yes, please.
Right? Since you have pets, do you often end up burning stray hairs and then it stinks of burnt hair?
No, because the dog, though there's dog hair all over the floor in my studio.
Oh, mine, yes.
From our shoes, the doggies aren't allowed in here.
Yeah.
Xena, our Great Pyrenees, sheds like a polar bear. Literally.
I took 2 garbage bags of hair out yesterday.
I believe it.
Just shopping bags, not the large ones. But they're full, packed full. I don't know how she does it.
It just keeps going and going. We haven't even hit winter yet.
Paul says, in regards to the burning stray hairs, said she used to, but the dog kept biting her, so she stopped. Eve says, Eep.
Eve is a kitty mom.
Oh, we have cats too. Everybody could just get along in our house.
Yeah.
And cats can't come inside.
Though we did not put the cats outside.
No, they are neighborhood cats that have sort of adopted our porch.
Yeah.
They would love to come inside. But
they do when the door's open.
Yeah.
The dogs aren't too happy with it though.
No, I don't understand that. I mean,
that's fine.
They didn't grow up with cats, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Ben's a coonhound. Anything fuzzy, he's born to chase.
And Dana just protects everything.
That she does.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I mean, I'm really trying with this pin because I know this maybe only the only thing somebody has, and if that's all they can afford right now, that's okay. It's
but again, if they enjoy the process of pyrography of burning and they're using this pin
and frustrated,
then somebody in chat, I can't remember who it was that said that that's the way it was for them. I can't remember. Dorothy. Yeah, just like Dorothy said last time that you're gonna know if you like pyrography, and then it's time to upgrade. But yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I am really trying to give this a chance.
Yeah. No, I think you're doing a good job. And
I know last week I was a little cranky about it.
You were, yeah.
And I'm sorry.
A bit.
I'm sorry.
Grumble.
I'm sorry. I'm sure some people unsubscribe because of that.
No, I don't. People unsubscribe. It's just what happens on YouTube.
I know. I wish they'd tell me why, though.
I know. I would just wish you'd get over 1,000. That's frustrating.
I know. Let's see here. See, now I'm set at this, and it's burning lighter than it was here.
So if you are using a Walnut Hollow and you're having this variable heat problem where it's burning too much or not enough, what are you doing? What would you recommend?
Save your money and get a new pen.
No, I mean at that moment. Hello, Grumpy. You're back.
right now I just keep moving the temperature gauge until I get hopefully somewhere I want to be on it. It is a little frustrating. I'm trying to see where you guys are at so I know where to go. It is frustrating that this pen is not, and this is a brand new pen. I took it out specifically for this project. It had never been plugged in before this. So I'm not sure why it's having such an issue, considering my pen from 12 years ago still works, and that's a Walnut Hollow. But it is not a variable heat. It is one, it's basically a soldering iron. One temperature.
You want me to dig that out for you?
Oh no, that son of a bitch is hot. Oops, sorry. No, that thing gets hot. Right now, I'm not having...
Family show.
Well, I think that gets my point across on dealing with this. I do want to try to come up next to where the torch was and see what we can get with this. How we can...
Paul says, get some hollow walnuts. Get them red hot with your torch and use them instead of the walnut hollow.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's an interesting concept.
Let's see. This I want darker. See, I'm holding the controller so that maybe it was hitting my counter and adjusting itself.
Your brother says, the best way to tell the temperature is to stick the tip to your tongue. Looks like a charm.
Here, you want to... Here.
Okay.
You want to try it? Here you go. Test it for me. It's going to take about 9 seconds before he does.
Yeah.
Is it hot? Let's see. I can pick on my little brother. Only I can pick on him. Let's see here. That goes down. So right now we're close to the... I'm going to have to darken around here to really pop out.
Michael says, not hot enough.
Not hot enough? Okay, let me turn that. Yeah, actually, it turns on its own a bit.
I think part of it is like on the outside the regulator looks like that. On the inside, I don't think it's as precise, and which is why you just have the temperature zones and not numbers on there because they know it's not precise.
Well, now I'm darker, as I should be, because it's really...
Paul says, ow, my eye. Be careful with that thing. Didn't know all of chat was going to...
respond.
Yeah.
Tell me if it was hot enough or not.
See? You have a tremendous amount of power. Be careful.
Again, I'm trying to get my shadows in first. These shadows aren't as dark as... Let's see how that goes.
If we ever have like a meeting, be able to tell all of your subscribers because they're all missing hair and they've got burns.
Their tongues hurt.
Yeah. Your brother's laughing.
Okay. We're gonna send this pencil so we can... The pencil, see, it keeps flipping over. And let's see, that goes down here. The pencil really is just for guiding me. It's not...
Oh, I know why you're having problems.
Why?
I've dealt with this in other equipment that I've had to deal with. Because inside there's where the temperature regulator is, your little temperature control. Basically, there's a little spring that's tensioned and it's presses along the adjustment, right? But as it contacts longer and longer and it gets hotter, there's a buildup of carbon, and what happens is it decreases the efficiency at which it transfers.
Well, that can happen with the interchangeable wood burners where the tip connects to the handpiece. But this has, I have not been using this long enough
Well, I know.
for it to have carbon buildup.
Well, but you've been burning for quite a long time. And I would say that this kind of control, it's inherent to have that problem. So if you do have that problem, like if you move the temperature gauge or dial like up and down a couple times, it might clear it. Just a suggestion. Yeah, because there's not a lot of pressure there.
I did that. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Your brother says move the camera. Oh.
Oh, where am I?
I don't know. Where are you?
Oh, I zoomed in too much. Let me back it out so I can find me again. There we go. Okay.
Paul says, listen to your brother, Val. All we can see is a wriggly wire here.
Okay, is that better? There we go. We'll just go that close. Better?
Grace was expecting. Oh, I know you're having problems. I unplugged it.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Oh, Dorothy says, darn, I think I have to turn the computer off. We're having a lightning storm.
Oh, be careful.
Nope.
Don't want the house to burn down.
Somebody struck by lightning. Paul says much better.
Okay, good.
Or just better. I added the much.
Oh.
Sorry, Paul.
Go away. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to get this done today. It really frustrates me because I really wanted to.
But it's pyrography.
Oh, I know.
It's slow.
But people don't come back to watch.
I know.
I will do it updated speed of the rest of it. I will try to be good and stick with the Walnut Hollow as long as it doesn't give me any lip. Let's see.
Paul was asking Dorothy where she was. She's in Florida. I think you knew that, though.
Yeah.
I was going to say Kansas. This is Dorothy. And storm's approaching. So
I'm sure she's heard that a lot.
You think?
Yeah.
Probably.
Let's see. I'm trying to find. This pedal here is curved, and there's multiple pieces to it. So we're just going to squiggle some in, tapping down. I don't want to go too hot in this area. So squiggle and quick. And that makes it lighter. And it comes down, curves up, comes down.
Dorothy says, see you next week, everybody.
Bye, Dorothy. Stay safe.
Bye, Dorothy.
Thank you for joining. Let's see here. I think I'm going to bump up the heat around an area where we burned with the torch, just so I can show what it'll do.
Okay.
Burning over it.
Oh, okay.
I just need to find an area that I know is going to be dark. Or the... Let's see here. Oh, I can go over. All right, we're going to go up. We're going to go right in the middle of red. It's going to take a second for it to heat up. Well, it's going to take more than a second, but I probably wouldn't normally use this tip. It's just as hot, and I know that we've been going for a while. I did sand down the little bulb part. There's a little bulb at this end. I sanded it down, sanded it off. So I do need to try that tip again. Hopefully it'll... See, I'm not getting... All right. Let's see. Where do I want to touch down? Well...
Eve says it's looking really good, though.
I know this will be dark. Well, thank you, Eve. I know this...
I think so, too.
Will be dark. You can see. Okay. There we go. Let's find out what happens. It's dark. I'm doing this.
So confusing. I'm watching you, which is happening real time, and then there's your feed that's backwards,
And
but
then
real time. And then I'm watching the actual stream, which is delayed like 10 seconds.
I will say that this tip,
Oh, it's dark.
yeah, it is.
That's okay.
It does kind of feel like it helped burning the back. That this part is burning smoother.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's burning smoother.
Paul says, zoom out again, please.
There we go. Yeah, it's burning smoother where I hit it with the torch.
Lisa says, after watching your review on what to buy, I had to get one. I first bought the Burnmaster.
Awesome. What do you think? I do like it, and if you don't have hand problems, I think it's the perfect choice.
Paul says, thank you. On the Zoom.
I think the Burnmaster is a great choice, especially if you don't have hand issues. I would get their shader tip and their ball tip when you can. Let's see here. So correcting this is pretty much completely sanding back.
What do you mean by that?
Because this is burning in deeper into the wood, so just grazing it with sandpaper is not going to fix it.
Oh, okay.
So if I messed up, I would have to really, really sand back.
Okay. When you say sand back,
take a piece of sandpaper to the area and actually sand. Now I can see it's not, I don't know how well it'll show up. There is texture to the burn. Yeah. It's not a flat burn.
Michael Ann says, I have the song all fired up right in my head. That's right, Pat Benatar.
Yeah. Now, some of these, I know it's not here on my photo because this is a pedal, but what I'm going to do is take my knife. There is a little bit of fuzzy here.
You're using an X-Acto knife?
I'm using the back side of an X-Acto knife and I'm scraping. Let's see.
Yeah, I do that too on parts of my painting that I want to bring out that Eve says.
It's not doing very well.
Eve's hearing the doors light my fire.
It's actually not scratching very well.
Is it too deep?
Maybe.
I think it would.
Let's see here. Let me find another area that maybe is not as. Maybe the wood.
Oh. In regards to the Burnmaster, she says, I love it, but my first one I had to send back. Something was wrong with the heat setting, and I kept blowing the fuse.
Oh. Where did you buy it from? And I hope they took care of you, as they should.
Grace says, I'm eating hummus and saltine, so I have crunch. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, see now it's burning lighter again, and I did not adjust it.
Huh. Did moving the control around, did it help last time?
I'm wondering. It seemed to. Okay, maybe it's actually how I'm holding it. The pin wire at the end.
Lisa says, while she was waiting for that to be returned, I found a nibs burner on eBay, so I bought that one and like those pins a lot.
Unfortunately, nibs burner was my first and will always probably be my favorite. I have to send mine back today to get it overhauled, tune up. Unfortunately, with nibs burner now, because they sold the company back in January 2016, the company that owns it now is a gourd company, and they are focusing solely on gourd artists. So they only have 4 tips available, which is very frustrating. So the tips I have, if you can get more tips, more pins off of eBay, I would definitely do that if you can. See, this isn't burning smoothly. So frustrating.
Lisa says that she got it from wood carvers.
Oh, good.
And they were super cool.
Yeah, mountain wood carvers, they're awesome.
Ah, fire.
I'm frustrated.
Yes. Look at that.
Frustrated.
Woo!
Maybe it just needed a break.
I can hear that it's lower pressure though.
Yeah, it is. I just want to see what it would look like. Yeah.
Michael Ann is asking how much would a decent wood burner be for beginners?
I don't have prices off the top of my head, but any one of the burners I have, getting that in the setup, you're looking between $225 and $250. They have smaller burners. I have not burned with them, so I'm not like, if you go with Coalwood, I think you'd be doing good. The Burnmaster does have a single smaller burning unit. I would assume that it would be very similar to the Eagle in setup.
Now, is that because you prefer multi-pin setups and they have ones that have single pins?
Yes.
Okay, and I would assume then that if you're beginning and you can afford a double pin setup, that a single pin would be just as good. It'd just be, you wouldn't be able to switch pins, obviously, as quickly.
Well, with the Coalwood, it's a quicker pin tip switch out than the Burnmaster. The Burnmaster uses screws to hold in the tips.
Paul, in regards to you starting using the torch, Paul says, Pyrography.
Well, see, now I need to fade out into this, or it's just not going to work right.
Lisa says the guy I bought it from gave me 8 pins and 5 extra tips, plus some kind of wrenches, which she has no clue what to do with them.
Wrenches for nibs burner? There shouldn't be any wrenches. For the interchangeable pins, if you've got the interchangeable tips, that's just a matter of popping it out. It'd be more like a tweezer if you needed.
And Lisa says that I'm assuming that she's talking about the guy that she got the Burnmaster from.
No, the nibs burner.
Nibs burner. He said she says he can get Burnmaster Hawk and 10 tips, 1 pin and a cord for $199. So,
but if you can post the link down in the comments once this goes live, or I'm sorry, republishes. We are live. Duh. I'll take a look at it.
You know what you meant.
Yeah. I shop from Mountain Wood Carvers, and I don't know if that's the same place that we're talking about.
I think so. Yeah, wood carvers. Well,
like you said, guy. That's what.
Oh well, no, that's where she got the
Burnmaster.
The Burnmaster from.
The nibs burner.
The nibs burner she got off of eBay.
Yeah. Sorry, my brain is trying to do 2 different things.
The guy who sold her the nibs burner says he said it was his dad's and he didn't know what to do with them either.
Oh.
So they might have just ended up in there.
Yeah, it could be an accident. You can post over on the Drawing with Fire Facebook group. You can post pictures and I'll take a look, but I've never seen a wrench for. I'm gonna have to try to fade that out.
Lisa says she would like to get the Coalwood next. So it sounds like Lisa.
You don't have to keep up with me. I promise you don't have to keep up with me.
No, I think that's something amongst pyrographers is that you guys like to have, more choices available.
Yeah.
So
though most pyrographers only have one burner.
Well, you got those burners so that you could make an accurate comparison for your audience.
Yes.
You know.
For
And,
just one burner.
Well, and also at the time there were some issues with availability, and you were concerned about switching burners, and so you were testing out different ones because you didn't want to just be left out without a burner that you liked. So.
Yeah, because the nibs burner, I'd been burning solely with that for 10 years.
Yeah.
So when I found out that Alice was retiring without warning, the only way I found out is I was going to buy one of my hair and fur tips.
Streams froze.
Oh, keys. Okay, we're just gonna stop here. I'm done fighting with the YouTube gremlins.
It's back up.
Okay.
Streams back up.
Streams back up. But YouTube obviously wants me to be done.
Well, it's 12:30.
And it's 12:30. So do we have any more questions?
One more thing from Lisa. Now it's not that at all. I now have my daughter hooked on burning. Another one. Her hands are too small for the burn master. Oh, okay.
That's true. How old's your daughter?
And she says she likes the cold wood pens better.
Yeah. Well, they are more comfortable. Though I do like the new nibs burner pens. They're cool touch pens. I do like them. But yeah.
You know,
it's a lot of carbon.
I know the stream had a rough start, but I think that I think this was a really good stream. I think it was really informational and entertaining, and it's like I honestly I've never wanted to try pyrography, but now I just want to burn stuff.
Oh, you just want to burn stuff?
Well, art.
Well, I guess we need to go to Home Depot and get some bigger torches.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so any more questions? I know I didn't finish this, and I'm sorry. I will finish this and do a speed video of however I decide to finish it. I will try very hard to stick with the Walnut Hollow, but if it decides to quit working, there's really nothing I can do about that.
Okay, real quick. Eve says, thanks so much for the live stream. Thanks for persisting through all the issues.
Ugh.
Grace says the torch was well worth the initial issues. Mike Land says, thank you guys. This was fun. Love the torch. Lisa asks, I've heard you say the name of the eraser, but didn't write it down. Can you tell me again, please?
It is.
Paul says all of the above, Jason.
Hopefully this isn't backwards.
Her daughter is 27. Lisa's daughter is 27.
There we go. So this is the Vanish 4-in-1 eraser. I get them at Jerry's Artorama online. And I think I get them for $1.99 an eraser. So hopefully you can see that okay. Right. Yeah, okay, that's right.
And for your friends, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and spread the word, please.
Yes, and watch. Continue to watch.
Let them know that there's going to be more fire and marshmallows.
Are we doing marshmallows?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're pretty much have to now.
Okay, so next week, I guess Jason will have marshmallows. Oh, let me know down in the comments what you want to see next week. If you want me to continue working on this, I will. If you want to see something new, I actually kind of want to continue working on this. So.
Well, I think the chat's going to be down with anything with fire now. So.
Yeah, I do too.
Based on what I'm seeing.
I will get some more butane for the torch.
We'll get.
Yeah.
We'll see what other options we have as well.
And if Jason is getting into burning things, I might set up 2 cameras if I can fight OBS long enough, and we can burn together. Burn together, love.
Burn together.
We can burn together. Okay, guys. Again, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and welcome to our community. And don't forget to hit like and leave a comment down below telling me what you'd like to see next week. I'm getting the vote of keeping going with the sunflower, and I'm assuming the torch. So we will do that. But if there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. And happy burning, guys. Bye.
Bye.